Holy crap, guys. I just made a shot on the biggest deer of my life out here. What's going on, y'all? My name's Jack. This is the Appalachian Farmhand channel. I know this isn't my typical setting, but I thought that it was really important for me to sit down and really explain everything that went on behind the camera in this hunt. And I don't want to waste too much time, so I'm going to jump right into it. So as most of y'all know, I played 5 years of college football at Michigan State University and came down here to the University of Virginia to finish out my last season while getting my master's degree in engineering. Prior to the season starting, I had one of my teammates come up to me. His name was Dsean Perry, and he was like, "Hey man, will you take me hunting?" And I thought it was just the coolest thing. I said, "Absolutely, I'll take you once the season's over and we can get out in the woods together." And he was like, "I just want to sit out there and learn." I was like, "Awesome." I was enthralled. I thought it was just the coolest thing. And unfortunately, Dsean and I never got the opportunity to go out and hunt together. He was one of the victims that passed away from the shooting that happened here on campus in November. And so after that, this hunting season took on so much more meaning than any other season that I've ever had. So I wanted to sit down and really explain all of that to you guys prior to really getting into this video. I will roll everything else. I'm going to pop in here in this setting throughout the video just to explain different things, but I thought that this was the right way to do it. So I'm not going to waste much more time. Let's go ahead and roll everything, and I'll catch back up with y'all later in the video. All right, guys, heading out to the woods right now, and per usual, I'm running about 20-25 minutes late getting out into the woods. Oh, before I forget, this is actually the first time that I'm introducing my brand new GoPro to the channel. You know, got those Black Friday deals going, and decided to pick up a new camera. Got that approved through Kellyanne so I wouldn't get absolutely killed, because I also bought tires for my truck, which were not cheap by any means. But that being said, getting out to the woods, gonna hop up in a tree stand. I got my Browning A-Bolt 30-06 that was given to me by my uncle, and it is the sickest gun that I've ever used. But I got that. Hopefully I can, give me a second here, I'm trying not to run over this curb. Hopefully I can poke one today, and get them down and get them out to you know, well, I don't know what that was, but all right, yeah, that's gonna be it. So next time y'all are gonna see me, I guess I'll be out in the woods. So I'll see y'all there. What's going on, y'all? My name's Jack. This is the Appalachian Farmhand channel. I'm finally back out here again. Got a pretty good setup going on. There's a couple big deer out here, so hopefully we can get the drop on one of them tonight. So yeah, it's still pretty early, but I'll keep you guys updated as we get through this hunt. So hopefully we can get on the ground, and I'll try my best to get everything on camera. I apologize if there's a bunch of noise going on, but gotta work with what we got. So I will catch back up with y'all when something starts happening. All right, y'all. So at this point, I'm up in the stand. I'm all settled in. Everything is great. Conditions are absolutely perfect. And then the wind kicks up over my shoulder and starts blowing my scent straight out into the field. And to say that I was upset would be an understatement. I was livid. I was like, man, I just wasted a perfect afternoon hunt with the wind flipping on me. And so I tried something that somebody had mentioned to me, and I took honey spray that I just happened to have in my backpack. Didn't even know it was in there, and I sprayed the tree behind me. And basically what this does is it masks your scent by blowing the honey smell or scent out there in the field instead of yours. And so instead of smelling your scent, deer smells the honey. So I did that, and I'm out there for about an hour. And at that point, it's just about when my ADHD starts kicking in. And so I'm hanging off the side of the stand, looking down at the ground, all of this, that, and the third, watching the birds and the squirrels. And the night before, I had been in that same stand and knocked the top off of my shooting stick. And so I'm looking there, and I had never found it. I'm looking around on the ground super intently, trying to find the head of the shooting stick, and I just happened to glance up, and lo and behold, an absolute stud is walking into the field, probably about 150 yards off. And he's got his nose up in the air, and he's looking for me, and I am hanging off the side of the deer stand. And so I slowly maneuvered, got back upright. My gun isn't up on the shooting stick at this point. It's sitting across my lap. And so I slowly maneuvered and got set and got to where I could get a bead on him and start actually checking him out. And so he's, as I said before, got his nose up in the air, smelling the honey spray, and he's walking right at me. Finally, he just stops. He's looking for me, and I was like, well, it's over. But then, everything went back to normal. He turned, gave me a broadside shot, and it was perfect. And so I took my A-bolt, tucked it tight on his front shoulder, and squeezed off on the trigger. All right, y'all, so I just got the drop on a big 9-point out here, and tucked it tight on the shoulder and got a shot off on it, and took off on 3 legs through the woods, so hopefully we can go get a hold of it. Man, I am shaking right now. Yes! So hopefully we can go get it out of the woods, off down the hill a ways, and I'll catch back up with y'all when we run up on it. So no feeling like this, adrenaline's running. All right, I'll catch back up with y'all in a minute. All right, y'all. I absolutely love that last clip of me, just overwhelmed with joy, full of adrenaline, out of breath for absolutely no reason, shaking, all of it. Awesome. It was just so great to finally have a victory, and be able to pull a shot on a buck. To say that my success in this hunt was completely linear would be an outright lie. I hadn't seen a buck since week 1, and just to finally have success, it was just a great feeling. But little did I know at this point that was just the beginning of this journey. When I pulled the trigger on the buck, I hit it, it fell down, got back up, and took off full speed into the woods on 3 legs. And because I had lost the head to the shooting stick, my gun lifted on the recoil and set back down and missed the top of the shooting stick and fell, so I didn't see where the deer went into the woods. And that was a problem, because when I got down on the ground, I couldn't find any blood to save my life. But I knew I had hit it, so the feelings and emotions that were running through me was, oh crap, maybe I broke its leg. And now this thing's gonna die in a week, or something crazy like that. And I went off and looking for the deer, looking for blood, and I couldn't find any. And finally, when I found blood, there was what I thought was fecal matter in it. I was like, there's no way that my scope is off and that I gut shot this deer and it's gonna die in 3 days, and I'm gonna be looking for buzzards. And it was just gut wrenching. It was the worst feeling that I can even describe to you. To have had this trophy buck standing in front of me and just to ruin it like that. But finally, I find blood, and I find more blood, and I find more blood, and I'm looking for little tiny droplets, because it had gone through an area where it ran through tall grass, so it's rubbing up against the side of it. And so I'm looking for little spots of blood with my flashlight, because at this point it's probably been about an hour, and I find, thick blood. And so we're doing good. And I'm scanning, and I go over the deer because I'm not looking for the deer, I'm looking for blood. And then I was like, whoa, like there it is. And man, was it awesome. God, that roller coaster of emotions was just great. And so what actually ended up happening was it had rolled forward onto its right leg. It was a left side broad shot, and lift up its left leg. And I had shot it through the shoulder, and what I think was in the blood was actually bone marrow. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this keep rolling. I got another clip. It's not really that great because it's low light, and it was really dark when we finally got the buck out of the thicket. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll that, and then we'll just keep going from there. Alrighty, y'all. I know this camera's not good at shooting low light, but I got him down. Let's see if I can get it. So I got him down. Nice, pretty 8-point. I hope y'all can see that. And I promised my buddy Dsean I'd take him hunting prior to this season starting, and we never got the chance to go. And so this is for my buddy Dsean. Guys, that last clip absolutely kills me, and I know you're gonna give me a hard time for it. The combination of all that adrenaline and then having, searched for about an hour to find that buck, and then dragging it out of the woods and getting in the bed of the truck, I was absolutely beat. I was absolutely out of breath and struggling to get the words out, but I got it done. That's all that matters, right? But to say the success in this hunt was linear would be an absolute lie. As I said before, I probably went out there 20 to 25 times this season, and I hadn't seen a buck since week 2. And I don't know why I let that buck walk, because it was gorgeous. It was like a high, tall 8-point, but I think I justified it by saying that I felt like it could grow more. But even as I watched it walk from the apple orchard out into the upper field, I was like, why did I just do that? But it reminds me of the first line of Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans that I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, and plans to give you hope in a future. And just, it reminds me that, dude, we don't even have an inkling of the ideas that God has for us. And that his plans are just infinitely better than what we can imagine. So, guys, I know this isn't traditionally how I make a video. And in the future, these hunting videos will be a lot more of me just out in the woods, and none of me speaking inside of the kill room, hopefully. But that's just how it had to go for this video, because I felt like it was really important to explain everything that went on and how important it was for me to get this buck down for Dsean. And it's just been an awesome experience. It's off right now at the taxidermist, and it'll be an awesome trophy to hold on to be able to look at and just remember Dsean every time I see it. So guys, it's going to be it for me here on the Appalachian Farmhand channel. Please, if you aren't already subscribed to the channel, like this video, turn on that bell notification. As I say every single time, I don't actually know what it does, but it'll help me out if you do it. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. This is for my buddy Dsean. So it's pretty sweet. All right, I'm gonna close this out, y'all. Let's go get this processed. So I will see y'all later.